Hello everyone, cncHD here, and we are back to the Income Wars map making. Like always, if you would like to hear music, you can do that by putting it on by yourself. And let me quickly set up something here in the Twitch, and then we are ready. Map Income Wars. Okay, because Twitch was not ready yet. Now Twitch is ready. And YouTube should be ready as well. Let me check. Yep, working now. Excellent. All right. So for today I have big plans. I want to get this map multiplayer compatible, as I want to run a test run for this map against another player or players. Let's see. On Sunday. On Sunday I want this map to be in beta, that we can play against each other. So lots of work to do, and I'm very excited to get to work. First off, this track looks stupid. I will delete it. I don't like it. Not of my liking. Also, I added in a barracks as an idea, as I want to be able to build units myself as a player, but they are more expensive than if you get them from here. So here, a ranger costs 225. Here, a ranger will cost like 900 or something, because you can control him. The AI is just brainlessly sending it to the enemy. Also, here I have a few forts for the decoration, which we could quickly work on. So let's see. I have this color, and I want it a bit darker, but that problem we faced earlier. So let's make it brighter, because there is no darker color. Yeah. Okay. So this will work. The brighter color. And I'm thinking of something like a chess field. I think that could look nice. Little chess field here. So if we make it like so, we have a chess field going towards this path. Maybe that could look cool. We do this maybe. Yeah, I think this is more fitting. And for this texture, the darker one, maybe we get another one. This one perhaps? Does this look good? It interferes a little with my eyes. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Like this maybe? Yeah, I think this could work. Let's go with this, and with that we do the chess field. So place little chess dots down like so. And see how this goes. So here on the bottom we have this and this. Yeah, this should work. And then we copy the chess to the bottom. And then we use this color and... oh, wrong texture. I'm not entirely sure of this texture, but let's go with this one for now. Also, of course, there's a cat laying on my mousepad. Why shouldn't it be like this? It's always like this. So, with this being done, we do this on the right as well. It gives it a little touch. A little bit. Just a tiny little bit. We could also increase it to the left, maybe. Let's first do it like this. And then we need to start with this texture. I think here. Like so. And then we work our way towards the right. So it's like this and this and this and so and so and so. And you also get your color to the right. Boof, 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 boof. Still unsure of the texture. I'm not a big fan. Okay, that was a bit of a misclick there. Okay. Now let's continue it so, and move it all towards the waypoint there on the top. Like it is on the whole left side, so we have it symmetrical. Like this. And now fill the empty spots in with this texture. Bip, 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 bip. And now for the next part, what I will do is I will choose a sidewalk. This one. And I draw it with a lock angle tool, so I get the angle here. And paint this over here. A little curve, maybe? Curve could look cool. Angled. I mean, angled would make more sense because of the chess field style. But the curve, the tight curve? No, let's make it angled. Angled it is. Okay, all the way to the top. I'm very sure I will change this later on, but let's do it like this for now. And on the left as well. How big is it on the right? It's actually one field bigger. So let's increase one to the left. Bip and bip and bip. Oh, that was a misclick because cat on my mouse pad. Okay, dip, 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 and dip. Is the stream working correctly? Yes. Yes, looks like it. Okay. As always, need to check this if everything is okay, but it seems to be working. Okay, so that has been increased to the left. And I will do the sidewalks here as well. So paint this to the bottom, paint this to the right, and to the top, and to the left. Like so. Okay. Looks a bit better than before. Let's save. Now I want to have a look at the price tags. We need to know that this Ranger costs 225. So let's put in a little price tag. I know from K-Abuse, aka I Love Mixery, that he used a waltz to paint down the little letters and numbers. So let's try this as well. We have here on the top the fence tool, and there we have the brick waltz. And there we just search for a nice brick waltz, something like this. Maybe a little smaller. Would that be possible? A smaller brick wall? The one is ugly but smaller. That's even smaller, still ugly. That one is acceptable. Not quite to my liking, but still acceptable. Do we have any more wall pieces? No, not this. I need a wall. Chain link, car junk, sandbag. That is also not looking great as a stone wall. I think a stone wall. A stone wall. We go. Yeah, that. I think that looks okay. That should be the one. Is there any smaller wall piece? No. 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 Wood wall. Wooden wall would work as well, I guess. But let's go with this wall. So if we disable the lock angle, and we go here and take this wall, and we disable the area. So I don't get confused with the area. And we put this in, and we drag it down. Like so. And now we can paint. So this one will be a 2. Make this in the angle a 90. And copy this over to the bottom. Man, this is not fun. This is not fun to do. Okay, and that thing on the right. Okay, that's a big letter. I could also draw in patterns like this, but they are also so big. The stone wall is much easier to write down with. That's big too. That's a very, very, very big 2. 200. Is that a 2? That's a 5. That is not a 2 in my books. That is not a 2. I don't want to write so big numbers next to it. That is not my intention, editor. I'm too stupid to draw 2, believe me or not. 2. It's getting embarrassing. So let's rotate this to 45 degrees, maybe. Looks more like a Z. Okay, a bit more like this. Could that be a 2? Oh man, this is so embarrassing for me. I cannot draw a 2. This looks more like a 7, so I make this. This cannot be counted as a 2. It needs to have a bit more curve. Bit more curvy. Yeah, maybe like this. And then we make it. Let's make this one 60. And then we use a wall piece to connect these two. Like so. Could that be a 2? It looks like an ugly 2. Not gonna lie. Oof. Come on. This could be identified as a 2. But oh boy. Oh boy. I will make it. I mean, technically, it looks like crippled 2. Yeah. And then we make a 0. I will fix this later. Let's make a 0 next to it, see how this works. 0 should be more easy. So let's make it the 90. 90. And copy this over to the right. And to the bottom. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, should be aligned here with the 2. Okay, align this here as well. Align this. Copy these 2 wall pieces to the top. Come on. There we go. I'll copy these two to top. Not so big. Like so. I need a calculator. And I type in 2 in the calculator to see how the 2 looks on the calculator. I think that should be the best solution to draw the 2. No. Just want to move it. 200. So let's only work with round numbers. So this ranger will cost 200. I know it's an ugly 2, I know. This one costs 200. Yeah, this works. Can we move this more to the left? So it's not that big. Okay, 200. And he will give me an income 20. He gives me 20 in income. So if I copy all of this and paste it, make this here to the right, like so, and then we draw a little line with another brick wall. Not this one. Something which looks good. Yeah, maybe like this. And we do a dash. Can you call it a dash? I think it's a dash. It's a little dash. Okay, like so. When we put it down, man, it's so ugly. Put it down, and then we have this indicator. This way we can see he costs 200 and he gets us 20 income. And if we keep on this size, if we keep up the size, we will have this blob for just 1 unit. Excellent. Excellent to put in more and more units. And we need to make this map bigger. I wish we could just write in text. Like put in a sign, like in Minecraft, just put the sign there, write something on it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So, okay, this ranger costs 200. Let's edit the scripts. We had here the purchase ranger, and here we had 225. Let's make this 200. And we will get a reduction of 200 in the minus. Here as well. 200. And we get a reduction of 200. And there as well. Hey, Wandering. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Your map was so difficult yesterday. It was so difficult. But it was fun. Fun map. Minus 200. Do the same here. So that's 200 here and a reduction of 200. And same thing for this ranger. 200 and minus 200. Alright. Then let's press OK. The Crusader will cost... It costs 900. Okay, this is already a round number. And every time we build this ranger, we add 20 to the counter of income, which we will tackle in a bit. So wait a bit till I build this in. Let's first see if this works and we get a reduction of 200 instead of 225. Normally it should work. Yeah, that map look needs heavy balancing when wandering. It's really, really fun. And I like the end parts where you cannot defeat the stinger sites and so on. But it needs heavy balancing. The helixes and the trucks which get dropped, the nuclear trucks, it's insane. So heart. Need to put the heart here, not there. And I don't need to put in team, but the USA GLA on the left. And start. Okay, so in theory,
where do you need me?
This guy should cost 200. Man, this looks so stupid. Gotcha, yeah, looks stupid. He gotcha me. Costs 200, he spawns in for 200. Rangers spawn in for 200, excellent. And now I'm broke. Okay, excellent.
Over there?
That is way too big. This is way too big. Oh my god. Okay, maybe if I put the 20 down? Maybe like so? Huh. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe if I make this brick wall and I underline the 20, I underline it. So follow me in this one. I have this brick wall, I underline the 20. Indicating that we as the player get 20 income. Boom. Delete this whole mess. Can you believe that this version is the easiest? Before there was a spam of Avenger and 4 nuke cannon 20s. Oh my god. No, I cannot believe it. But now that you say it, it gets more scary. Okay, now I have underlined the 20 and it indicates that we have 20 income after purchasing this Ranger. Now I think this is the best solution for this one as it saves up this whole space. The 2 still looks ugly as fuck. Let me Google maybe a 2. Calculator 2. How does a 2 look on a calculator? Ah, okay, looks like this. Okay. Man, I haven't used a calculator in a long time. So, what a calculator does, it does the following. 90. No, still not like this. 0. So, this is how a calculator does it. I would appreciate if this cat doesn't lay on my mouse pad, so I can build my map quicker. And then we have this whole mess be gone. And then we put this on the left. And this on the bottom. Oh yeah, this looks way more like a 2. Oh yes. Thank God I looked up in Google how a calculator looks like. Man, this is going to become the next meme. cncHD looking up a calculator. Because he doesn't know how to paint a 2. Hope Nickname is not watching this and writing this down for his 0-hour times. This would get embarrassing. Alright, we underlined the 20, but I think I need to underline it with the exact same. Or we use a sidewalk, or maybe this line in caution strip. So this one. 20. 20 is underlined. Like so. Okay, this is not how I want this to be working. Yeah, this should work. I'm not a big fan of the line. Looks a bit like a circus. Like we are playing in a circus or something. Is there a better line? Don't want to use the sidewalk actually. Sidewalk, dirt road, 4-lane. There's not much better to choose here from. Thick line, no. I want a small line, not a thick line. Caution strip. Big line. I mean, yeah, I guess. Oops. I guess you can use this. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Okay. And before the helixes came out from the start, it was horrible. The guys from the World Builder group helped me make it easier. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to the World Builder group that we have them. They are very helpful in such cases. So 200 for the Ranger and 900 for that Crusader. Let's copy the whole mass of this one to the bottom. And make a 9 out of the 2. That should be fairly easy. We just drag this over here to the top. And we rotate this by 45 degrees. Or actually 90 degrees. I'm bad in math. Yeah, this looks like a 9. 900. And we underlined the 90. Because we get 90 income from this one. So this one gives us 20. This one gives us 90. Always the first two numbers will be the income. Okay. So let's save. And now we need to build this in. We need a timer which starts again after 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds we get income. Also I need to close the door, otherwise my neighbors will get mad. So 1 second. My balcony door was still open. And my neighbors would be very mad if they constantly hear me. Okay, so let's build in this timer. I think I will put this into civilian setup. Setup timer. Yeah, let's use this one. Setup timer. Income timer. Income timer. This one activate. Cat. You're laying on the 0 key. Please rotate cat. Oh yeah, just go away. Cat. And he lays down on the keyboard again. Of course. Income. No, not on that. Cat. Okay, I need to think a bit. We have the income timer. If true, then set timer set up to expire in 30 seconds. If we do it every 30 seconds. We do not deactivate it. If true, set timer set up to expire in 30 seconds. Now this will activate the loop. And we will not call it setup, but income timer. Or timer income, whatever. Okay. But we do. I'm stupid. We don't need the timer, as this is already a timer. So we will. What will we do? We will give the player money. So we need to activate a script every 30 seconds. So we need a corresponding script. Let's make a folder, call it income. Here's the income timer, which in itself is a timer. Wandering saying, and only one paladin. I had an idea for a map called Last Paladin. The story would be that group is on its way to respond to a call for reinforcements from Central Command, but it's ambushed, and only one paladin survives. He has to return to his base to evacuate while avoiding patrols from the GLA. I mean, that sounds fun. Do it, Wandering. Sounds like a fun idea. Sounds like something I would play. I love these mini missions. Okay, back to the timer. So this is the timer. This right there is the timer. If true, then activate a script. Now we need a script. No, I don't want cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Screw you, bot. Ban the bot. I banned. Stupid bot. Very stupid bot. Okay. Back to where I was. I need an income script. Let's call it income. And this one deactivates itself after activation. So every 30 seconds this one gets activated. And it does what? Yeah, I think I'm getting an idea in my head. This one works with a counter. So if true and if counter compared to a value, counter income is more than, greater than, equal to or greater than we start with 300 income. We start with 2000. We start with 2000 income. So greater than or equal to 2000. Okay, let's test this, and then it will give the player money. Okay, 2000. Need to call this player 1. Because this is player 1. We need to have it separate for each player. So this is player 1 in counter income. Greater than or equal to 2000. That's the counter. Then increase the money of player 1. Player set, give or take from money. Player 1, player 0. Let's work with player 0. He gets 2000. That is his income, his first income. Let's work with player 0. Actually, I should also work here with player 0. as it is player 0. Income. And this one should be called player 0 income. Okay, this one stays as it is. Income, player 0 income. 2000. Okay, and the setup starts with the counter of 2000. Let's get the counter. There it is. So on the setup, if true, then set the counter. Scripting, counter, script, command button, scripting counters. Set counter to a value. And this one, player 0 to 2000. So we start with 2000. Okay, say okay. And now we check the income. So the counter is at 2000 and this one starts every 30 seconds. Let's actually delete this. Let this one go every 30 seconds. It doesn't deactivate. Now we need to be careful. It doesn't deactivate. Let's first go with doesn't deactivate. Every 30 seconds, if true and counter is at 2000, give the player 2000. Now let's save and see. It should work. Restart. Okay, we have 14,000. 14,000 doesn't look good. Looks not good. Let's make this actually a bit quicker so we don't have to wait for so long. Max speed. We start with 14,000. I have no idea why. So at 30 seconds, we should get 2,000 income. Let's see. Yes. Oh, we get double. Why do we get double? Now we should get double 2,000. Huh? We get double the income. That's strange. CNC in the previous video asked about my map. Maybe I'll upload it to Steam later, I guess. You can upload it to CNC Labs. Has the biggest range. But yeah, you can also upload it to Steam Workshop. I forgot that's a thing there, Steam Workshop. I completely forgot about that. Since it's not integrated into the game with the lower patch. Why am I getting 4,000? This doesn't make any sense. Player gets 2,000. Maybe deactivate? Save? Restart? I still get to... Huh? But why? Civilian setup? Counter to 2,000. Income. Every 30 seconds. If true, is created and equal to 2,000. Player gets 2,000. Let's make it 1,000. And And let's make the counter 2001. Should still work. Let's see. I'm getting 2000. Why am I getting 2000? And now it doesn't get me any money anymore because I deactivated it. Okay. Script. Civilian income. Do not deactivate. I'm very confused, but let's roll with it. I mean, it's nothing new that I'm confused, so yeah, let's just roll with it. Let's call this player 0. And let's call also these all player 0, as we are player 0, not player 1. And yeah, like I said, it's without any music. If you want to have music, you can put on music on your PC. Listen to it. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And setup and player 0 and income. Here's the income. Okay. Now I need to increase it. So we buy the ranger. The ranger increases the counter by 20. So let's do this. It's here. Purchase. Then the counter. Scripting counter. Oh, we can display a counter. That is great to know. Display an individual counter to the user. We will definitely do this one. Set counter to a value. Increment counter at 20. To counter this one. Because ranger. And save. Do the rest for this one. New counter. Counter. Increment 20. To this one. Also same with Ranger C. And Ranger D. And Ranger E. At 20 to counter blah. And the and scripting counters 20 to this one. And this one as well. Scripting counter, increment counter 20 to this. And now I want to display the counter. So income, set up. You have to send set up. Income, and now show the counter to me. Hide an individual counter, display an individual counter. Show this counter with text. Whatever. Civilian counter, objective, training move, training tag, test string, long test string, toxin counter, increment opinion. Objective. Is there something with money? Audio holder, timer, box, objective, directive, test string, toxin counter. Yeah, let's go with toxin counter. Why not? Objective, opening objective, pilots, power supply, tech units, urban, rescue. Let's go with toxins. Okay, and do okay. Save, restart. Toxins. Why is it double?
Where do you need me?
Okay, Rangers spawning in, but no increment for the counter. But we can spawn in more Rangers here. We stay on it. We purchase more rain. Oh wow, that is okay. Yeah, we purchase more Rangers. But the counter doesn't work. It is not working. So let's go back to here. It is showing double. Now this is interesting. Why is it showing double? That shouldn't be the case. Let's delete income. This is super interesting. Active every 30 seconds. Why is this showing double? If true. First I should ask myself, why is the counter not increasing? So in theory, the counter should increase. Hey, Heiko Magic, good evening. How's it going for you? Hope everything is alright. Add 20 to counter. Decrement, increment. Will it work if I set the counter to a value? So let's say I do, I don't know, 3,500. Everything fine for you. Perfect. That's great to hear. Let's save. And let's see. 2001.
Orders, General?
Now it should go to 3,500. Which it isn't.
Anything to drive? Orders, General? Any friendlies out here?
Why? Why? I know why we are seeing this double. Ah, I see. I know why. 2 players. 1 my ally, 1 for me. 2 players. And if I delete these, I should only see 1 timer. So I'm still seeing 2. This is confusing. Really confusing. Maybe if I restart? I first need to fix this before I can make this multiplayer compatible. As I will work with these scripts a lot. So this script must work before I can continue. Need to get this right. So solo play and go. Still 2 times.
Find me a vehicle.
Of course, this is not working because PC is not in. Okay. At least this works. Exit. Put in my AI as the US.
Orders, General?
You are victorious.
And I'm victorious. Hey, I need to put in the enemy. Chile. Now back to work. Let's revisit this. Player civilian. Maybe I need to put this into America. Let's put this in here to America. And the counter we delete. And we delete this one. Okay. And in America, let's first see how this looks now. Technically, there should be no more counter anymore. No counter.
Where do you need me?
And we now do the following. We go into America. Behavior income. If true and blah. Copy left income. $2,000. Active every 30 seconds. This one is only one. This deactivates. Okay, so first we have 2,000. This is setup. This is start. If true, delete this one. If true, player 0. Set a counter, scripting counters, set counter to 2,000. So this is the setup for player 0. Left income 2,000. Setup. So this is the setup. Okay, and this deactivates upon success. Now with this in place, we will now have this script active every 30 seconds, income 2,000. If true and counter is greater than or equal to 2,000, player gets 1,000. Let's save and check. Aha! I only get 1,000.
I have experience.
There we go. And now I want to do this with the counter showing. So, Skirmish America, player 0, no income. Income. Folder income, left income, income. Player 0 income, left income set up. Income 2,000 and show me these counters. Script counter display to the users. Show with localized string. Let's do timer. Reinforcement timer, civ counter, objective, whatever. Save. How's this looking now? Claim the command center to the east to begin production. Kill 300 traitors 2,000. This is interesting.
Find me a vehicle.
Oh, whoa, wow, wow, what, wow. That looked a bit bugged, but it did something. I'm happy this did something. My neck is hurting. I'm happy. So let's revisit. Not the GLA. America. Income. Okay, this one is stupid. How do you hold a box? Civ counter objective. Whatever that is. Objective long test string. International opinion. Toxin counter, missile timer, countdown, POW countdown. Abilities, barracks, command, training abilities. Training move, training power, training supply. Rescue, bomber timer, rescue, counter timer. GLA 7. Oh, it actually has the GLA scripts in there. I see. Test string. Let's do the test string. We had 2000. And if we now spawn in rangers. Set income to... Okay, I see what is happening here. I see. Increment countered by 20. This was a test by me. I see. I remember now. And it should now bump the counter up by 20 each time. In theory. Let's see. This is like a test string, dude. What? This is like a test string, dude. 2000. This is funny. Yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. I love it. So the left player is now at 3200. All right. That's good. And now we're at 3300. Spawns in these dudes. We should now get to 3400. Oop. Correct.
Anything to drive?
Okay, so something is happening here. This is perfect. These dudes now walk in, kill the bunker. I will be victorious. Boop. You are victorious. Okay, 20. Now, 20 is a lot, considering you get 1000 extra cash. Maybe I should do 2. So you get 2 each time. To 1000. So you need 500 rangers. That's too much. I think 20 is still acceptable. Maybe I have less starting cash to begin with. So let's see here. Let me start with less cash. Where's my cash? America setup. Behavior, player 0, purchase ranger. Where's my... I think I'm starting with 10k, aren't I? Yeah, I'm starting with 10k. So I want player 0 to actually start with 3k. We start with 3k. So let's set the money. New, set the money, player, set player 0 to, well, like 3k. We start with 3k. Save and restart. We have 17k. How did this happen now?
Where do you need me?
Can build a lot of rangers with that. Oh my god. The income. Dude is going over to 4,000. Dude stopped at 3,800.
Lay it low.
Why am I getting so much income? Holy shit. Something didn't quite work well there. Player 0. Set up. $3,000. This didn't work well. Gets 3,000. I want to have 3,000. Player 0. 3k. Now this will double it for some reason again. I bet it will. I have 4,000 now. Now, why do I have 4,000 now? This makes no sense. Maybe I need to put it in neutral? Let's put it in neutral. Setup neutral. And save. Okay, save, restart. What is happening? Neutral is not the folder to begin with. Set up, let's have it at America. Not at player, civilian, but at America maybe. Player 0 income setup, blah. A bit messy here. $4,000. Told you to have 3,000, but okay. America, income. Income. Player gets 1k. Because... Yeah. Because we start with this in the counters already at 2,000. Because that we have plus 1k income. Okay, I see. Everything is logical now to me. Because this one starts right away, we get the 1k. And we have as set up the 1k, the 3k. So we have 4k in the beginning. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, this is fine for me. This makes sense. Let's put it to a civilian again. For a bit of organization. Team left win. America set up. Okay, back to the purchase. So let's see. We get here 20 to each counter increment. And the counter is being shown with a stupid text, which will now be replaced with... I will search for something good here, which actually makes sense. But I will do this offline to find a good text here, which makes sense for the money. Okay. Say okay. And now income 2,000. Copy this one. Actually delete. Because I want an AND condition. If true, and copy. Let's actually delete true. If counter is greater than or equal to 2,000 and is less is less than 3k, then we get 1000. It would make more sense that we get 2000. We get 2000. As this is more logical because the script name is 2000. And once we have 3000, we get 3000. So let's check. We should get 2000 now. And once we are above 3000, we don't get any money. So let's check. Whoa, wow, wow, what the hell is happening here? Can be found in crates or your soldiers vehicle to move into a crate to open and collect the contents. 2000.
Let's build. Anything to drive?
2300, blah, 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 blah. 2700. Now we will get money.
Gotcha.
Every 30 seconds we get money. So there, boom, 2000.
I have experience.
Let's spend the 2k.
You got the map. Gotcha. Over
We're
there.
now at 2900. And now we will get to 3100. 2000. And now to 3100.
Over there.
Now we shouldn't get any more cash. There should be no cash here. We get 0 cash. Exactly what I wanted. So let's go back. Copy the script. Player 1. Income. Called this one player 1. Player 0 income. Let's have the income in civilian. Actually, let's have it in skirmish. Because this skirmish in America is the left team, so it makes sense to have it here. Yeah. So income and setup and 2000, and let's copy this and say 3000. 3000. And now we need to change these values to 3000. And it's less than 4000. Then we get 3000. Save. And let's give me a bit more money. Actually, yeah, let's stay like this. Now recheck. Now I should get 3000.
Where do you need me?
Spawn in these ranges. Wait a few seconds. I think I can actually make it a bit faster here with this one. Replay speed, camera pitch. I think here with this one. Yeah, this one we have faster. I learned this one from K Abuse.
Find me a vehicle.
No, this was too quick. I couldn't check. Let's recheck.
Anything to drive?
So we get...
Over there?
And we are 2500. We get 2000.
You got the map.
We're 2700. We get 2000.
I'm on my way. You got the map.
We are 2900. We get 2000.
Laying low.
We had 3-1. We get 3k. And we are victorious. Give the bunker more health. Max HP 9999999. Recheck. With more speed.
Where do you need me? Any friendlies out here?
Man, it's quick. 2000.
Gotcha. Laying low.
2000.
Any friendlies out here?
3000. Now I should get a 3k. 3k, 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 3k.
Find me a vehicle.
Yeah, getting 3k each 30 seconds. Now if I am above 4k,
I'm on my way. You got the map?
that's a lot of rangers. I'm getting 0 cash anymore. Correct. Gets more and more messy here, and I have... that looks funny. Like a Hydra or something. Okay. Now this is settled. Let's change this back to Toxin. With the display counter. Setup? Was it in setup? No, it wasn't. Show counter with the Toxin thingy. International Opinion Toxin counter. I think that was the best one so far. Save. Okay, the income is working. Need to put this down a bit to like 10k. So this is 4k. 4 and 5. Get 4k. And we make this 5k. Five and 6. We get 5k. And 6k. 6 and 7. I forgot the... So this is 6. Copy. 7k. 7. And 8. 7. Okay, let's stay at 7 for once. Okay. Now, am I happy with the script? I think I am. Now I want to be able to build my own rangers from this barracks right there. This will be player 0 barracks. Setup. Transfer. Player 0 barracks to player 0. And I want a reactor. Let's place down a reactor. Reactor. I don't know, for example here. Civilian. Rotation of minus 90 degree. So I have actually power. This is player 0 reactor. Give me that as well. Reactor to player 0. Now I want that if we build a ranger which costs 225, that it reduces my income by 800. It's an expensive ranger because we can control it. So let's say income, let's make a test script here, player 0. These are all the purchases. New folder, new script. Player 0 purchase. And let's make a test script in here. So if I buy a ranger, player 0 purchase ranger, barracks, purchase ranger, let's call it self, by myself, purchase ranger, if player 0, if player buy something. Is there something to buy something? Upgrades, has entered a specific building, has been attacked by player, has attempted the mission a number of times. Build an upgrade, owns. Has built, yeah, there we go. Has built an object type. America Ranger has been built by player 0. I think we are getting close. Then player set money, player 0 reduce, give or take. Player 0 gets minus 507. I'm bad in math. I'm really bad in math. 800 minus 225, 575. Okay, I'm actually good at math. Okay, this works. So in theory, if we purchase a ranger, our money should not go down by 225, but actually by 800. In theory. Let's check this. We have our barracks. 225.
What's the mission, sir?
So if he's built,
Army's elite.
that guy is built, then our money gets the total reduction, but in the building process, the purchase price is 225. Okay. Can we change this? I hope so. Purchase ranger, self-purchase ranger. Is there another if condition? Owns this specific thing, money. Destroyed area, money, owns. Player built an upgrade from a named unit, can purchase. Has been attacked, has entered, has power, upgrades, built an upgrade. I don't think it will be possible. Player exists in named area, player's faction. Nah, I don't think this will work. So what I need to do is... okay, so this is stupid. Because I cannot change the prices in the correct way. I know I can do it in map.ini, but I don't want to use map.ini. So if I bring this whole mass down to the bottom, so this guy, bring this down to here. And see how this goes. This whole mass goes down here. 200, and he's not costing 200, but 800. 800 will be the cost. Then I need a spawning point. Spawn here. And walk to a place. I don't know, man. Maybe we don't get any units which we can purchase. Maybe that is easier for now, so let's delete all of this. We can leave in the barracks from later, maybe as decoration. This is difficult. Crusader is there, and we want to purchase the Ranger, the Crusader as well. Let's let's put in the things we want to spawn in. So we have the Ranger, we have the Crusader. I want not the Missile Defender, but the RPG of the GLA. So a GLA RPG. Rebels, Saboteur, German Cal, Hijacker, Worker. Oh, a terrorist would be fun. No, I don't speak Russian. I have no clue, but I can use a translator. Translator. Put in this. And he says Gesunder Zeibal. No idea what that means, but he says it. Whatever. So, I said I want an RPG. Infantry RPG. Because I want to have it balanced on both sides, on the left and on the right, so both players can purchase the same units. So we can purchase the other RPG with a rotation of the angle to -90. Put this stuff on to the right. Okay, this will definitely not work. This is really starting to look messy. And we only have 3 units so far. So here's this guy. There's this guy. And there is the Crusader. So, this guy will cost 300. I mean, it's an RPG. He costs 400. Yeah, 400. 400 for this RPG. So let's copy all of this. Drag this over to here. Bring it a bit closer like that and make a 4 out of the 2. 4 shouldn't be that hard. Like this, and this one goes here. This one gets deleted, and this one goes there. It's a bit like Tetris. A tiny bit like Tetris. 90. Where you are? There you are. 400. And we need to increase this all to the right. Looks like I cannot purchase so many units as I will run out of space. That is a bummer. 15. Paint this all over to the right. 25. There we have this. Paint this over here. We have little space here in between, which I need to respect. And paint this over here. I don't like the fact that we are needing so much space for all of that. So how much space do I have in between here? 5, 6, 7. 7. And we have 8, 9 on top. 7. So it's symmetrical. And here we have a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now it should be the same. Yeah, now it's the same. Okay. I think I will do the rest in a video, so I can cut out the boring parts, as it will now get very, 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 very boring with me putting in all the units which I want to purchase and get the area done and copy all the scripts which I have here. Copy all these scripts to new units and then give them corresponding counters. I think I will do this offline. So thank you very much for watching. This has been another episode of Income Wars. I will keep you updated on how it goes. I will record the next step once I have figured out this mess right there. Maybe I can make this one better so it looks a bit more professional with less requiring space. I will keep you updated. So have a great rest of your day. I post an update here soon, very soon. And I'm pretty sure on Sunday I will have a test run with John Megacycle, a great guy from the Megacycle server, to test this map in a 1v1. So yeah, stay safe and great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your day. See you most likely tomorrow or something. We will see. So goodbye. Here's cncHD. Take care. Goodbye.